Oh man, I just realized I wasn't recording this match. Luckily, not too much damage has been dealt, but this is like turn 3 for Shoji. And so far, it's been just Shoji spending 4 counters a turn to block electric jolts. We've seen that this Jiro is on instant explosive release. They dropped one on the table by accident and then played an electric jolt. And so Shoji has had this built-in counter to this electric jolt, but hasn't really been able to stick any attacks yet, right? It's just been a build one and then or sorry, like a poke and then build, and now we get double excited for blood. Ooh la la. So definitely a life symbol shenanigans. We see the carbo loading. We see excited for bloods. Like, we have all the high difficulty cards. Oh man, we have all the life going up and down cards. But yeah, luckily not too much action until this very last turn, where we managed to deal about 10 damage. We got Shoji at 17, but Jiro's still at 27. And Jiro now has 2 momentum. So that's the scary part. Jiro landed a long-lasting explosion and a specialized sound waves without any momentum. And now, with this bonus momentum, let's see what they can do with it. Shoji has a massive stage, but Jiro... Oh no. Oh, those are angry checks. That's an angry Jiro player that's probably looking at 2 instant explosive releases and 0 other attack. Maybe 1 other attack. Just absolutely fed up with their deck today. Right? Ooh, gonna have to commit 1. Turn this face down into a passing the torch. Seems pretty good. Or we could have committed the carbo loading, but... Alright, a second one. What do you got for us, Shoji? What do you got for us? Oh, this is actually round 2. Man, there's always something I'm forgetting to update. There's so many things. Change. This is round 2. Alright, so here we have Piercing Needle. The 6 mid for 3 damage at this point. We're just going to take that. That's our first blood for Shoji. Shoji now on the board. Gonna choose which of our responses to activate. So we're gonna draw a card. And we're gonna draw 2 cards and flip to gain 4. What it looks like. Our health total is not gonna move. But we are gonna get to draw 2 cards, which is pretty sick. And then interesting. Let's see what we got. You should still be holding an instant explosive release. Oh, another build turn from Jiro. See, Jiro's starting to get a little scared, right? We're starting to clutch more and more blocks. We're trying to sculpt a bit, but we keep checking attacks, and that has to be the last jolt. I was talking about how many jolts we saw earlier. That has to be the fourth one. Jiro's deck is getting smaller. Shoji's stage is massive. You have to be afraid of a 3, 4, 5 attack string here pretty easily. I mean, we've got double passing the torch to draw cards. You've got excited for blood to draw. Ooh, knife slice is pretty nice. Doesn't look great when you check a 3, but we've got all these foundations to commit. We don't have a carbo loading to ready up if we want to. Yeah, Shoji's getting to the point where they're just going to have more attacks than you can hold blocks, right? That's what the life symbol has been about for a long time. For a long, long time. Luckily, we're at what, 9 foundations? We're only at 8 foundations for Jiro2. Jiro's not even close to deadlock. Jiro with 2 releases out is pretty far from actually being in deadlock. I'm not gonna lie, it'd be heartbreaking to see Jiro like live this turn and then backswing Shoji. Okay, we're gonna get 2 counters removed for 2 speed. Opening up strong. I like this. 7 low for 8 with all kinds of potential triggers to come down after this. Yeah, I have to imagine that we're just going to try and overwhelm them. Yeah, down to, what is that, 15 off the burn. And Shoji's going up 1. Yeah, here's Tentacle Tactics. Oh my goodness. Running some really interesting foundations, but I don't hate it. Still trying to be ready for a backswing, which means we have the gas, right? We did not need these card draw. I do think not having like the excited for blood potentially there to do ready carbo loading is kind of a weird place to be. Like bench press can do it later though too. So, you know, your mileage may vary. I'm just a very greedy player. That's a greedy thing for me. But Specialist of Sound plus a high block is going to come in. Make this negligible. We didn't waste any counters on this attack. Yeah, excited to pass checks is a strange take, but it's not my deck. Bench press. Interesting. So I guess Bonds of Friendship does take 3 damage off instant explosive release, which gets rid of the +2 damage from its enhance. So having Bonds of Friendship over an excited for blood, it does have merit. There is a reason to do that. But I'm not loving the choice. Only 3 cards in hand, but tons of foundations through high value target, but that was a really aggressive poke, right? That's all that was. That was just a really aggressive poke. And I believe we should be at 18 for, yeah, let me transfer. That should be the life totals. Ooh, a gravity lift. Gross. Gravity lift, checking gravity lift, also gross. Yeah, the wall cling counters is a big deal, right? Against instant explosive release Jiro, these wall cling counters have been fucking massive, bro. They have been huge. Like, It would, with the electric jolts that we had early on in the game, we had electric jolt turn 2 and turn 3, and we had instant explosive release to back it up, and we had sound waves, and we had long lat. Like, there's like no world where Shoji survives those turns without those wall clean counters. Alright, we're going to take the full 6, though. Which means instant explosive release is alive, baby. It's coming at ya. Oh, noes. We knew it was... Maybe they didn't see it that many turns ago. Maybe they weren't looking at the screen, but... Boom! Instant explosive release. Finally, let out of its cage. After all this time. It was only a throw. That's what it took. Not a jolt. Not a jolt. Jolt we wall clean, or yeah, jolt we used the wall clean counters on. It took a gravity lift. Oh, they're down to 11? Was there 7? Oh, it's the +1 from Jiro. I missed we both missed it. I was watching theirs. Yeah, so Bonds of Friendship can zero this out, which is nice. So it's not really that big of a deal. It's just 1 extra momentum. But a second one! Boom! Double instant explosive release. We had the double boom. But what is Jiro going to spend this momentum on? Is it home run in hand already? Do we have the sound waves train? Because we got 3 momentum. We're about that 4. You know, it's going to come down to actually having the momentum done. Because if our next attacks are like long lasting and 0 gravity lift, no one cares, right? Ooh, we got the Jiro once per turn peaking at a meteor shower and a passing the torch. So, and then I'm curious what's on top of Jiro's deck because we do have the latent skill to run it out. Not going to use that. Down to 11? We're down to 8, sorry. 11 down to 8. Do we have the sound waves? Do we have the fall? Oh, we do. We do. I'm calling it, folks. That's a dead Shoji. That's a dead Shoji. Unless we cycle here. Oh, he bench pressed once. Okay, okay. Should have bench pressed twice. For sure. For sure, for sure. But this is what? A 5 damage, a 6 damage, a 7 damage flash. Yeah. I hope you got 3 high blocks, homie. I guess they're not lethal yet. I guess you'd only need 2. And then whatever the block for the actual kill card is. Because we did hit with the sound waves earlier. So it's 1, 2, 3 sound waves. 4 cards in the card pool. Stack a 6 on top. Play a 4 diff on a 6. Right. Right. If we blocks the lift, we're only at 2 momentum. But we don't get to actually get that 3rd sound waves and the 4th card. But it looks like we don't have a full block anyways. It looks like we partial blocked one. So it definitely feels like there was a way to live this by not taking 7 from the throw. If we don't take the 7 from the throw, and he doesn't have... Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we're not going for... We either already have the 3rd sound waves, or it's still in the deck. But yeah, we definitely increase our chances of living if we are at 19 life, and the instant explosive releases are blank. Because that first one, without going to momentum, is actually blank into Bonds of Friendship, right? We don't get any damage from it. It doesn't get any pump from it. I wonder if I can do this. That looks a little better. Yeah, so this is Jiro's bread and butter. It's get some momentum and then hop on the sound waves train. It's a bunch of 4 high for a third of your lives coming at you. Oh, and we had the gravity lift. Wah, wah, wah. This is not a great play because we have 4 counters on Shoji, but we, as long as we don't check a 2 on the home run after this, right? Like, we're gonna test out what block zones you have, because Shoji still has a lot of blocking power, man. I mean, this is 1 extra speed towards home run Comet, I guess, to do it this way. And you check the 6 on the 5. Yeah, I really wish we had a way to put speed on it, even in this position. Yep, gonna remove the wall clean counters. And then home run's gonna be what, 8 speed? Effectively, so the home run block is gonna be effectively 10 speed. So if you have a +1 high, and you have 2 high value targets and 2 face downs, or just release, you block this. Oh no. Oh, we have to use a +3 block here. Hopefully we released. Because that's on a 7, and we use a high value. Yeah, we released. We released. We did not have to commit that. So, if we have a +2 high block, even a +3 high block on a home run, I think we just block it. I think we actually get there because we didn't get the 3rd sound waves. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's an instant. Oh no. Is he really thinking about playing that home run after that? Damn, so we didn't get the kill. Shoji lives at 1. Based off the wall clean counters. Which again, I feel like if we had just used them on the first one, we'd be in a better spot. But Shoji manages to live at 1 life. We had to pivot away from the sound waves train. You know, I mean, we got that. We had the 1 momentum left. If we just had another sound waves with that no enhanced step, with that must block into another 6 check, like, I think we were there, man. Because at that point we'd be stressing the block zones, right? And we saw that it was there was 2 mid blocks. That's crazy. We're gonna carbo load, get pumped up. We're gonna bench press. Yeah. Ooh, we're gonna pump it up. Wild game. And Jiro's gonna scoop that one up. Interesting. So that one wasn't quite 15 damage. I can see the 15 on Jiro's side there, but wow. Alright, Shoji manages to take game 1. Probably just showed them or told them what they had in their hand, right? They know about the meteor shower train coming through. Interesting game. So Shoji's ability to not take electric jolts to the face, to just eliminate jolts and gravity lifts as the starting attack, was pretty much the tail of the whole game. You know, Jiro's discard pile not being perfect for once. Man. I really thought we were going to go sound wave, sound wave, sound waves, home run. And I guess at that point you just put the 4 counters in mid block the home run though. But if you had to use a +3 mid block to block the home run, well, then we don't know what the other block mods were. I don't know, maybe Shoji just lives. Maybe there's just no world where that hand actually kills. Because I don't think we were passing. Because especially because we saw that 3 was there, we would have checked the 3 on the home. Like if we go sound waves, or what was it? It's gravity lift, sound waves, sound waves, sound waves. So an additional sound waves. Then the gravity lift on a 9, we would check the 5 there, and then we would reveal the 3 on top, and we would have committed 1 additional on the gravity lift. No, yeah, we would have had to commit 3 on the gravity instead of 2. And then with the 3 on top, we would be playing Meteor on a 9. And I don't know if we had 6 ready. I think we did have 6 ready after that, or I think we might have been 1 short. Because we would have had to commit 1 additional from gravity lift. And I think we only had 8 foundations to start that turn. We would have had to commit 3 and then 6. And I think we would have actually just not gotten the speed from Jiro. So potentially no world where Jiro wins that game. And it's basically all because Shoji got to remove 4 counters every turn. So it really would have been down to, you'd have to make them use the 4 counters on the throw and then hope they didn't have a high block, which is very possible. Like with the way that turn was going, it's very possible they just didn't have a high block, right? So I don't think it's very likely, but it is possible. So Jiro, now, you know, definitely salty about that game, is going to try and jump on things real quick here with a 7 damage long lasting, but checking poorly and choosing to commit the other release and the latent skill instead of the observant student. So valuing that top card of our deck knowledge, pretty interesting. Not gonna pop off that once per turn. Yeah, here we go. I was gonna say, if we really want to know what's on top of our deck, right? It looks like Shoji used 2 counters for -2 speed, so we're not worried about the wall clean block here. We're just trying to get our mid block down. I think Shoji's attack is a breaker 1 mid block. It might be a high block. But Life has access to some nasty naval laser beam blocks. Those might be coming in out of the sideboard. Oh, that's a Faith Shield, baby. Wild. Oh, you're not even gonna get the combo off this. So no double jab pummels. We haven't seen double jab pummel checked yet. I don't think this Jiro deck is playing it. But definitely shutting that down. Ooh, and he got him with the Electric Jolt second attack. Now you're defenseless. Now we're getting this jolt to momentum, baby. This is gonna deal 1 damage for sure. It only cost us every single one of our foundations, but it's totally fine because now we're gonna get to target commit stuff. Hell yeah, brother. Wait, no, don't say that. Don't say second Faith Shield, man. That'd be fucked up. Face shield on a 6. Thinking about release or using our counters? I say you just use the counters, right? You're gonna get them back. Womp womp. Only a half block. We're gonna take 3 from this one. No, we're gonna end up taking... How was that? Oh, long lasting. That was actually long lasting, damn. Okay, so we take a whopping 5 on the partial. Doesn't feel great, but not the end of the world. Jiro not checking particularly good here. Using to commit down to get that request. I think that's the right call. Life decks are pretty slow. They're not turn 2ing people. There's only one +1 damage, like repeatable source. Carbo loading, Carbo loading can commit for some damage, but if they're committing foundations for damage, they probably don't have the reach to do 27? At least you would hope. Oh, he's moving that carbo loading to the top though, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Oh, back alley haymaker. The staple we never saw. The staple we didn't get to see in action last game. Putting massive pressure on this. We're not allowed to -3 speed this if we want to keep our requesting assistance. Which we are going to flip to get, I assume, either release or specialist back. Oh, okay. I like this choice. I like this choice. Committing down. Don't commit down, Carbo. What? Wait, what? We can just build a Recovery Girls kit. Then ready it. Okay, well, we got tight lips, so that's fine. I mean, I don't think we're like pressed to ready it right now, but we can bench press to ready it whenever we're going to take damage on the face. So, pretty interesting choice. Not the wrong choice, just, shows that what they're afraid of is this big damage poke. And choosing to get destined for mainstream. So, recognizing that we only have one block in hand, getting something like release isn't that big of a deal because it's only going to help us with one block. Right? Getting something like... Oh, that's massive. So I was going to say getting something like specialist back only helps us block on the next attack. Whereas even if we check poorly, we might not be able to block it. So destined gives us potentially another block. If there's no speed pump coming down, there's, the potential to block 2 attacks with destined, or at the very least make sure that you are going to pass the block on one, because that was like as good as -3 speed, right? That destined for mainstream was like draw a +1 mid block. Also, you don't check a 2. If he checks a 5 after this, that's like -3 speed and draw a card, which is just insane for a 1 diff. And insane that character can like set that up. That character can like know when it's gonna happen. So we're not gonna try to block the back alley saying that you gotta kill us now or this sound waves kills you next turn. And that's not gonna do it. We did see Shoji survive an impressively long string last turn, but that was with Shoji basically in deadlock. Now, Jiro's got that momentum for turn 3, got the sound waves for turn 3, and is being very, very greedy with these blocks. So, yeah, here we go. Bench press gonna come in. It's okay. Bench press is gonna come in. And it's gonna ready our carbo loading. Release is only good if you're gonna block 3 times. If you're not going to block 3 times, release isn't that big of a deal. We're going to have to build more foundations here. Ooh, spending the counters to make this hit. Wild. Maybe we're gonna play the foundation that gives us counters, because now we're not immune to Electric Jolt to start the turn. So 24. That one dealt 3. So we're at 19 for Jiro, which probably doesn't matter to a Jiro player. Jiros are like the absolute best at the I'm just gonna face tank and roll you on the backswing. They're the absolute best at not blocking until it's lethal. Alright, what's Jiro got? We got sound waves. And all we have to do is beat out Bonds of Friendship and bench press. Which, I mean, we committed carbo loading and now it's ready again. If we had committed Bonds of Friendship, our rival wouldn't be able to zero out instant explosive release. Oh no, that's a latent skill. We're building. Alright, so we got latent skill, destined, basic training. We're up to 10 foundations. Yeah, ooh, we got that jolt on top, which we're going to be able to just grab with either of our 2 foundations. So no punishment. Absolutely no punishment for the Shoji player. Getting a turn off. This Jiro deck has not been snapping it off on turns 2 and 3 yet. Let's see, can Shoji get over the hump? Gonna get them bonus counters. I would just save all my counters for next turn. Like, I have to block this jolt. I have to make it deal no damage. I'm gonna pay the 2 life for the bonus damage just in case. Just to make my job harder, really. Make me update these life totals. Jiro's gonna hit this once per turn. Ooh, 2 4-checks for Shoji. So far, this attack lineup has been pretty high difficulty. It's been a lot of 5 diffs. So that alone could be the kind of thing that stops us from being like an oops, I killed you turn. Though we're pretty sure Shoji is not going to get to deal damage with this one. This deck not only hates throws, but it hates jolts. It hates all these attacks that deal 1 damage. Yeah, I would say it's more about hating on cards like Muscular's attack and attacks like Laceration. Can you imagine trying to be Stain 1 against this deck? Oh my god, bro. We watched Stain 1 in round 1. Can you imagine trying to deal damage to this Shoji? Oh my goodness. Yeah, actual nightmare for sure. You do see reverse throw coming in. This is interesting. I'm gonna play the reverse throw through the 4-check. We can carbo load for 3 damage. We can bench press for a damage. Which is the main reason we paid that 2 life, right? It was to get bench press online. Because Shoji2 doesn't pay life inherently, so he's got to use his own kit. Gonna try to get some of that life back with this deals damage. We'll get to gain 2 life and draw a card. It's kind of like a makeshift Excited for Blood, right? We just kind of Rig together our own, excited for blood, and we're blocking with electric jolt. Ooh la la, that's a big block. That's a big card to lose. But I guess when Shoji has this many counters, it's not that big of a deal. Electric jolt's just not that relevant in this matchup, it turns out. Electric jolt just loses to 6 counter Shoji. So we might as well block with it. And we drew that other 4 check. We get to check a 5 here. Alright, Shoji manages to pass with an additional momentum, an additional foundation, and an additional card in hand. Just tiny little +1s, making sure we don't open ourselves too much, right? We're just trying to make sure that nothing goes wrong. And we're just gonna allow Jiro's deck to continue to portray them. Whether it's not having all of our sound waves in the discard pile for the sound waves train, or it's checking bad off the top of our deck, or it's being weak to the 4 counters from Shoji. This is actually hilarious. Like, no offense to any Jiro players out there, but like, this is actually hilarious to see this greedy lineup just run into a character counter. Because if you're not playing Instant Explosive Release, you're probably not playing Zero Gravity Lifts, or at least not more than, you know, not maximum copies. And so you're probably not like getting dunked so hard by this. Oh, in the Faith Shield, we had it all. We had it all, man. I don't even know. I feel like it's almost more correct to definitely spend the counters first. But I am also greedy enough to hold Faith Shield for 5 turns. And we checked the 6. We're the 6 check master. We didn't even have to look. We didn't even look to see. We just checked it. All natural. Life symbol things. We outside. Oh man. And the 2 on top. The 2 on top that we scouted but could not move. Uh-oh. Are we at 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. Uh-oh. We do have release, but first enhance, deadlock enhance? Do we have a deadlock enhance? Life has some medium deadlock. I think Life's best deadlock is like very character specific. Is Needle deadlock stun 3? Yeah. Yeah, press that button. Stun 3 isn't massive into double release, but it sure is nice. Uh-oh. No, man, don't let Jiro off the hook. You had so many counters last turn. Oh, no, man. Come on. I'm not biased. I just don't want Jiro to win. No punishment, no deadlock. No card draw either. We don't have any passing the torches. So we're really playing with what we get each turn. Oh, here comes -4 counters on Shoji. Or another face shield, of course. I think we've used 2 this game though, but one was like on a mid attack, like a long lasting, and the other was last turn. We're gonna basic training this is very interesting. really just saying, hey man, I absolutely need you to spend 4 counters on it. Yeah, this style of deck just has it so rough. Yep, so we removed the 4 counters. Block with a 1 low. It's all gravy. Block with electromagnetic stomp because we don't have any assets. Makes sense, makes sense. I can dig it. Alright, all aboard the sound waves train. Only got the 1 momentum this time. What are we gonna do with it? Our first attack did not deal damage. We have just been getting absolutely beat down by these Shoji counters. So we can play a 6 damage sound waves and draw a random card. That is a thing. And I believe we still have a latent skill in the stage. We didn't flip that on Electric Jolt. There could be a lot happening on this turn even without the momentum. This is an XR sound waves. I'm pretty sure. Alright. Alright, looks like we got a half block. Gonna take 3. Doesn't feel great, but sometimes these are the lines you have to take. Alright, 3 cards in the card pool, gotta deal 6. Nope, the turn is over. We did not get to go to Magical Christmas Land. Interesting stuff. So we didn't dig with latent skill. Maybe we're waiting to actually like scope something out with Jiro1 per turn that we really want to draw. Yep, counting up that deadlock, boy. We're at 11. Hit him with this piercing needle. Stun 3. Get him with that stun 3. Alright, Knife Slice is a pretty nice deadlock as well. Just drain you, I gain. Drain you, gain you. But we're doing the drain first because of release. That makes sense. We don't get to do the drain and gain first. All right, 2 5 checks. Nice. You love to see it. It looks like there's only about 5 minutes left in the round, so if man. Alright, we do have the low block and the 5 on top. We're gonna have substantial blocking power, but if Jiro doesn't get things in gear, it's gonna be a 1-0 for Shoji. And the pace that Shoji is just down to play at, I guess. What are we looking for here? Over cards we'd like to commit. Kind of look at how we avoid going into deadlock. Or we're just looking at our damage pump. We're looking at how much damage can we pump. 14's not a lot to do, but through double release, it might be impossible with the number of cards in hand that Jiro has. And the -3 speed. Yeah, specialist and double release. I mean, we're passing checks. But it's the eraser head question. Can we completely block everything and actually take no damage? Because right now, in the My Hero Academia card game, you can block 6 attacks. You still die to all the damage that gets through. Doesn't matter that you block. It matters if you completely block and have effects like Shoji's take no damage. Yep, gonna ready up that sound wave, or that specialist of sound, sorry. Gonna stun observant. Alright, interesting. I'm here for it. There you go. That is a bit better. That is a bit better. Yeah, it's gonna kill the clock. Yeah, Shoji went second, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is the kind of thing where time is called and Shoji's like, oh, can I just show you 2 more attacks? And like Jiro's like, yeah, you got it, bro. At 2-0. But we hella reduced the speed on it. So we're just gonna EX all of it back. We're not gonna get the burn too? Aw, man. Like, you're not EXing through the releases, right? Oh, we did constantly? What? There's no way we used constantly. Because it was like 1 speed when it came in. That's what we committed to pass a check. There's a +3 mid block on a, I'm guessing 14. Check the 9. Interesting. I wonder how we got it back up so hot. It was constantly improving its printed speed, maybe. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're at 45 seconds in the round. Another orange card would have done it. Just for that timer scam. And with the old school Street Fighter 4 timer scam, baby. Alright, Jiro gets one more release on life, but used an instant explosive release last turn to potentially stay alive. This is the last match going, so as soon as this one is done and reported, the next round should be up pretty shortly after. Can Jiro do 16? She has the momentum. She has the foundations. She doesn't have many cards left in deck though, so she might not have the discard pile to do it. We saw before, 2 sound waves was not enough. And Shoji had a similar board with triple high value target. So release, high value target, and bonds of friendship. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Never say never, but I don't think this gets there. Yeah, it looks like Jiro's gonna cycle after this card. So not having a discard pile for sound waves might be all she wrote. I think Shoji's gonna take this 1-0. Yeah, you would have had to have led with a sound waves to get that value out of it. Oh, we're going to the block step and it's a Faith Shield. I mean, we can still just like raw draw all the sound waves. There are still strings that threaten lethal. We're just not going to get to do it the super easy way. Now, theoretically, there's no real reason to use the -4 counters here, right? Because we're already, and I don't know if the players know they're in time, I hope they do. But in time, this is going to be the last turn that Jiro gets. Using the -4 counters here to basically save you like at most 2 damage on a partial. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's technically good because we're not going to get to draw those anyways. But yeah, I don't think the -4 really matters too much here. Like, there's going to be bigger moves you can probably -4 on. If you're afraid that everything after this was a sound waves, maybe, but that seems so unlikely, right? Yeah, there's no reason to play for next turn. Yeah, the main thing about the block till lethal is the lethal might be a flash attack. So that's the only thing, is it might get dicey when to use the counters because we might run into flash attacks, but it's way less likely considering we don't have a discard pile for sound. Ooh, the double forecheck on top. Imagine if we had a passing the torch. Just imagine. Yeah, I imagine if we actually have the high blocks for sound waves, then we don't have to do anything here and we can take 6. And then try to block the next 3. Okay, we're gonna opt to block here with the 4 on top. We got +2 from release, gonna take 1. Down to 15. With the wrong light though. Alright, here's an instant explosive release that does nothing. I guess it might put +2 damage on our next attack. Yep, -3 damage, it does nothing. Wait, were we in deadlock at the beginning? And we just released down to... No, we're down to 9. Yeah, no. Oh, here comes the late string sound waves on a 6. Gonna commit the 1. This could still be an issue. If we stack, yeah, we're gonna draw first. And then we're gonna stack 2 6 checks, 2 good checks on top of our deck. So that one was for what, 7? And then the next one's for lethal. Looks like the Jiro player's just trying to be like, hey man, do I got it? We're in time, do I got it? That's funny. And the Shoji's like, nah, play it out. Shoji's like, nah, I got the high block, homie. Right? Long lasting. We didn't stack our deck? Oh no. What is going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the card pool. So this is for 12? Okay, I was so confused there. I don't think we had a single attack in our discard pile. I don't think we had any attacks in our discard pile at all. So, your best bet was... Yeah, I mean, you couldn't even stack bad checks on top of his deck to make him fail. You could have made him think about failing it, I guess. But, yeah, Shoji's going to take that one 1-0. Congratulations to Shoji2. Very, very interesting round. So the tail of that whole matchup was instant explosive release is nerfed, is countered by Shoji's -4 counters. So, interesting. Yeah, that's true. We were just set up. Like, Jiro wasn't close. But either way, a really cool matchup. I'm glad we got that one on stream because that's I don't think I've seen Shoji2 get played yet.